Hello everyone, this is Adnan with Canis Training Videos, and in this video series, this is part 10 of this video, Citrix XenApp 6.5 training. And in this video I'm going to show you application streaming or publishing streaming applications. Now, application publishing is of two types: hosted application and application streaming. In hosted application, the main thing is so when the client accesses the application, resources are used on the server. In streaming, when the client accesses the application, client has the option client's resources will be used. Now there are two things here. In order to stream application, we need two more things in this environment. First of all, on client. On clients, we need offline plugin, and on any server basically. It can be a normal file and share server, file and print server. It could be a XenApp server. It could be a XenApp server, or it could be any other machine that is on the network. All we need to do on that server, we need to install streaming profiler that comes with Citrix CD. We can download it from Citrix website. So I'm going to show you how this works, and the process is the same, almost the same as this, but with a little change. On client side, we need to install offline plugin that comes with the CD, or you can download it from Citrix website for free. And on server side, we need to install streaming profiler. Then we create the profile, and then we publish the application. So let's get started. So here are two servers. So far these all applications are published application. We don't have streaming applications at the moment. Now, first of all, let's decide which application to publish as streaming. It can be any application. It could be FileZilla, it could be 7-zip, any application. So for this example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to download another application that is known as Notepad++. So this application I'm going to download, and we can download as many applications as possible. You can go to this link and you can go to here, download. Once it is downloaded, it is being downloaded at the moment. Is it? No. We need to click download. It's being downloaded. Other than this, let's download another application called, let's see, what other application? Okay, let's select another application. We need, let's see, RDP, FileZilla, Winrar. Let's download Winrar, and in Winrar, let's see, what do we need to download? So we can download not the trial version. Trial version sometimes gives you some issues. Let me see in my download. So let's say I have few applications already here. Log me in. So let me see if we can download. Zoom it. So let's do Notepad for now. So in Notepad, all we need to do, right click, take that application. So I'm copying that application and bringing it to my lab environment. Here we made a folder called software. In software, we're gonna put it here. Now, unlike hosted application, we don't have to put the server install mode or execute mode. All we need to do is we need a streaming profiler. But before streaming profiler, I can go to client. First of all, let me see if I have an offline plugin on this. How do you know? You can go to preferences and within this we don't have offline plugin. Now for streaming we must have offline plugin. So all we need to do, you can mount the CD in client machine. Let's mount the CD. Where's my CD? In settings. We can go to CD. CD is already mounted for me. XenApp 6.5. I can go to my CD drive. In this you should find Citrix receivers, and by the way, your streaming profiler is also on the same CD. So for now, Citrix receiver, go to Windows, go to offline plugin, just run the plugin. Now this is run the plugin, and so I'm gonna just run it. Now most probably it will restart right after this, so let me complete the setup. So this is installing. For now, what we have is online plugin. We do not have offline plugin. So it's done. So once this is all done, now servers are automatically, these servers, when you install these servers, they automatically have offline plugin. So on XenApp server you don't need to install offline plugin. Let's just make sure. So here it is still running the setup. On server I just opened the screen here. So as you can see, offline plugin is right here on XenApp servers. And here we also, but on client you must install XenApp. So here the offline plugin was installed, and all you need to do is restart this machine. So it is restarting the machine after installing. So we did just this part 1. We installed the offline plugin. So this is done. Now in streaming profiler on XenApp server, we can install it on this or on this or any other machine. So it's just a profiler that creates profiles. So let's create it on XenApp 1, and all we need to do is, first of all, go to CD. I'll go to CD, and within CD I'll go to streaming profiler, and here let's run, we can run this or this, same thing. So let's run the second one. This one is started. Let me log in while that other one is being installed. Here, same streaming profiler will go here. You go next, accept the license agreement, terms and conditions. Here, where do you want to install it? We want to install it in Citrix streaming profile folder. So on this, streaming profiler is being installed. Now after the streaming profiler is installed, it's very important to make the application profile carefully. You might need to make it many times in order to make it perfect. So once the streaming profiler is installed, you must restart this machine. So again, so this server will restart. It's asking to just save that information what I created. So we don't need that information. Server is restarting, and here this is my client machine. Client machine is ready. As soon as the server comes back, we are going to create the profile. But in the meantime, while this is coming back, let me give you some more information about streaming profiler. So with the streaming profiler, Okay, I'm just looking for some more space to fit this in here. Let me move it a little bit back here. So now on this side, let's see. What I wanted to say was, let me copy. I'm just making some room while server is restarting. So here, I'm going to say streaming application. For streaming application, these are the steps that we need to go through. So step number one is download the application to be streamed. Number two is download the application. Number two is install the streaming profiler. Number three, create a app profile. Number four, so create an app profile. Number four, once the profile is made, publish the application, and at the same time install offline plugin on clients. So these are the stuff we're gonna do. Okay, now jump back to our lab. So my server is back on. I'm gonna log in. So client is ready with the offline plugin, because streaming needs an offline plugin. So here my server is back. I'm gonna jump to streaming profiler. So you go to all programs, and you go to Citrix, and then you go to streaming profiler, and you open streaming profiler. Once you open streaming profiler, now during the streaming profiler setup, you're gonna need a shared folder. So while this starts, so the desktop is turning on. I don't know why I never turned it on. But streaming profiler is this, so it stops there. I'm not going to move from here. So for now, I'm going to go into Windows Explorer, and I'm going to go to C drive, and I'm going to create a new folder here called streaming app profile. So once I create, so this folder is for once I create profiles, I'm going to save them here, and I'm going to share them, because sharing is necessary when we publish them. So you do exactly what I'm doing. So you install the streaming profiler. I stopped here. I went into Windows Explorer, created a folder. Now share it exactly how I am sharing it. You can share it in many different ways, but I would say the best, the easiest sharing that is like this. So you can right click on this, properties, sharing, not here, actually advanced sharing. Here you share it, and then in permission, just change this to full control for everyone. This is just sharing permission. You can do sharing in other ways. The idea is to have correct share permission for the share folder. So this is share. Just to check the share, I'm going to connect to the same server itself on by name, the CTX1 / so I can see that this is shared. Excellent. For now it's empty, nothing is there. Now what I'm going to do is, so this is done. Now I'm going to create a new profile. For what? For Notepad. Remember we downloaded this application? This one, so these are both published. This one we downloaded, never installed it, will be installed inside this. So here, create a new profile. Next, here, name the profile. So the name is Notepad++. If you need user updates, no, we don't. So here we're gonna just select this option. Next one, if you have any previous version plugins, you can select this. We don't have it. All our plugins are 6.5, but let's just in case select it. We won't use it, but we're just selecting it. Next one, here, just select which version this application will be for. So if it is for your XP, so you can select them. Otherwise, here I'm gonna select 7. Although I have only 7, not this one, so I'm not gonna choose this one. I'm just gonna say 7 64-bit and this. How do you know? All you need to do, go to your Windows application, go to Properties, and within Properties, here it should say it is a 64-bit Windows 7 64-bit. So go back here, it is selected. Next, give you a warning, it's fine. Here you can go with advanced, it will ask you all these questions. But let's go with the quick install for now. In this, now it's saying choose the installer. We need to here browse to the folder that has the setup file of that program, not the installed program, setup file. So I'm gonna go to browse, go to C drive. This is where the installer is, not the installed. So just select this. So this is the installer. Next, now here it is very, very important to launch this installer. So you launch it, it will run the setup, make sure setup finishes completely. So here, once the setup is completed, it will run the application once. You close that application, move next, and here make sure it automatically brings that up. If the profiler is not bringing it here, do it again. It must be a problem with the application, it must be a problem with something. You must see that application here. Select it, just run it once so that make sure it is running. It means that it was installed properly. If there are any command line parameters you want to use with it, some application might have them, but in our case there are no parameters. Next, and in this it's just showing this initial application. Some application would show you some more things. You don't have to make any changes here. Just click next, next, finish. So it's done. Now profile is made. Next important step is that you save it. So go here, save the profile. Now in this you must have a UNC path. This is why I said that we need that folder to be shared. So here don't go with just C drive. It must be a UNC path. So here we are on the same server. Go here, select your profile. So this is the path and should be UNC. So save. Once it is saved, let's go and see what is saved on this. We'll go here. We'll see that it is saved here. Now this is the profile name. So profile is complete and now it is ready to be published. In order to publish that, we open our App Center. And then once the App Center is open, we'll go to application, we'll go here, publish application. Next, we're going to name it, this is Notepad++. And next, and here now this time we're going to say this option. So streamed if possible. And this is, just read this quick information. It says stream to profiled application client desktop and launches it locally. So same thing what we discussed before. If you go with this option, client resources will be used. Now here leave this selected, installed application, do not stream to server, or you can strictly stream to client. Now in this case, if client resources are not enough, or client does not have offline plugin, then it will fail. In this case it's saying it will try to stream. If the stream it cannot stream, it cannot cache it locally, then it will just open the application as posted application. So this is being safe. This is being, you're saying no, 100% this will only be a streamed application. Now here you see also, I would recommend reading this quick information as well. So here, clients that do not support streaming will not be able to launch application. This means the clients that do not have offline plugin. So let's go with this option for now. And next here, now it is very important to point to profile location. What is profile location? Basically your profile location is this location. Remember that folder that we shared? This is the profile location. And here it says application profile. So it is basically looking for this file. So all you need to do, browse, but here read this carefully. You need a UNC path. Do not go like this and go to C drive. This is not a UNC path. You must have a UNC path to this. So again, one more time, have a UNC as it says enter UNC path. So here I'm going to browse, and here just double backslash type the server name, and then slash application. So just you can connect to this. No, sorry, I'm connecting to wrong machine. CANF. This is the server. Enter streaming profiler. So go to Notepad. Just select it. One more time, just see it is a UNC path. It is a UNC path because sometimes it automatically selects a local path. So in this case, it must be a UNC path. And next, should you enable it for offline access? Yes, enable it for offline access. Now there are two things here, pre-cache application at login or cache application at launch time. If you go with this, application won't be cached until user opens that application. But this is pre-cache, meaning as soon as anybody logs into this client machine, application will be cached in the background. Now this is for if your network is slow and you think that user will click that application after logging in, and it might take them 10 minutes to open. So what this does, if you go with this option, it will pre-cache the application before user even clicks that application. So you can go with this option or you can go with this. This is just for faster access or slower network. So in the background it keeps on caching while you're logged in, and this is application will only be cached when the user user opens that application. Next, now here it is looking for the command line. So don't be confused with this and that. This is just a profile name, the streaming profile name. And here basically it is looking for the main file to launch. Just like in hosted application we provided the location, but even in this here I would recommend using a UNC path. So here let's go back to UNC path, and I'll show you. Just carefully look at this location. This is not where it's not in normal program file, but it is in the same folder that we created, and inside this quit number, inside devices, inside C, and it is inside this folder, and this is the file. So make sure you open it in this manner, but as soon as it is done, it will automatically change it to this path. So if it doesn't show you UNC path here, it's fine. So here next, now which servers would it run? So you can say it can be accessed from any server. Next, which users will have access to? So you can add all users, or you can add, in our case here we're just adding administrator for now. So show users, administrator, done, and here what will be the Citrix application, create a desktop, done, and done. So now so streaming application is ready. So now how to test it? So let's go to the client machine, and in the client machine, first of all, make sure that it has a offline plugin. So let's go in preferences. I can now see there is an offline plugin. So this is one thing. For streaming profilers, this is very, very important. Now second thing, let's I don't see that new application here. Just right click on this and refresh application. Whenever you refresh, I can see this. Now let's test it. So now this application is streamed application, which means that it uses this machine's resources. It will be cached. Now since it is a streaming application, it is a cache, it will be cached. This application will also work even if this machine is not connected to network. Now what I mean is, let's open hosted application. As soon as you open hosted application, this application request goes to the server. From there, this application will be open in few minutes. So here it's just opening that application. So first time it might take few minutes. Patience. So now this application is open. Now you can use it. I'm using it, and let's see what happens if I disconnect from the network. So I'm gonna disconnect from the network. As soon as you disconnect from the network, your Citrix receiver will go down. You will lose all your icons, and you won't be able to use any application. This is called hosted application. You cannot even close it. Now I'm going to connect back to the network. As soon as you're back connected, Citrix receiver starts working, your application will start working. Now here, let's open streamed application. So it's closed, so you can reopen it. Now let's open calculator again, or maybe let's open WordPad here. It's opening that session. Once they are open, then I'm going to open the streamed application. Starting. So here, calculator is open, and I can use it. It is being run on the server. Now I also initiated WordPad. It will be opened. So WordPad is open. Let me put it here. And then let me open Notepad++. So let me make it smaller. Now this is Notepad++. This is streamed application. These two are hosted application. This is cached in this computer. This is not cached in this computer. So in order to test it, that is this really a streamed application? Because due to maybe if some component is not working, it might be opened as a hosted application. Remember that setting we had in publishing, if not streamed, it should be hosted. So let's see if it is hosted or streamed. So I'm gonna go here and disconnect. As soon as you disconnect, the Citrix receiver will disconnect, all icons is gone, and these applications are unusable. So I'm clicking on them, they are not working. But our cached application or streamed application is working. So this is where it is said this application is cached. This application will just keep on working unless you close it. If you close it, then you won't be able to open it. So the advantage is now this is where offline plugin is used, this is where online, and they are unusable. So as soon as I connect my card again, now all Citrix receiver will start, all these applications will be there, I think. So you can keep on working here. So guys, this is how you install streaming application, you test them, and this is how you stream them and verify them. I would suggest install at least 5 or 6 streaming applications through Streaming Profiler, and maybe install 5 hosted applications. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video.